My name's Tim. I'm a musician, a car collector, an automotive journalist, and a lover of all things automotive. I've bought and sold collectible cars for 2 decades, and I hope my experiences and my point of view helps you find the car of your dreams. Well, welcome to the last episode of Tim's Enthusiast Garage, Season 5. It's been a long season, and I thought we'd end this season. We had snow a couple of weeks back, and then it got kinda, I mean, I wouldn't say it got nice. It got less bad, and it's no salt on the road, so I thought, let's go to the last Cars and Coffee. In this video, I'm just basically going to go over some things that I've done to the car since the last video, things that have broken, service, and just an overview of ownership of the Esprit. I've now had it a long time. Episode of the season, and I haven't driven the Esprit in months, and I thought it was put away for the season, but surprise, surprise, the sun, I wouldn't even say the sun came back out, but salt is off the roads. We ended up having snow. It went from like barely any fall to full snow, and it got washed away, and so I think we're in an okay place in terms of, you know, driving performance cars on the road. I thought I would update you on the car, the Esprit. Probably, I go back and forth, but probably my favorite car. I mean, it's definitely the car as a kid that I sort of vectored on, that said I had to have, and I got it, and things that have happened this year or in the last, really, I think it's been 2, maybe even 3 years since I put the video out on the S4S, and so I really haven't updated you. In the interim there, I've done a couple oil changes over this winter. I'm actually going to be doing another oil change. Nothing to report there. In the past year, I have hit both a rabbit and a squirrel, which is very sad because I love the woodland creatures, and I hate smashing them. I think the squirrel got away but cracked the splitter, and the rabbit also kind of destroyed the splitter, and now I'm kind of trying to decide what I want to run on the car. Do I want to go with the same one, or do I want to just do a little rubber lip down there? I'm not sure. I'll figure that out over the winter. I kind of thought I was just going to do the same one again because I like the way it looks, but I'm not so sure. It's kind of fragile. The car's low, and I'd actually like to maybe even put it a little lower. I've kind of lived with it at the US ride height, and not that I want everything slammed, I just would really like to get rid of that front wheel gap. Maybe that happens over the winter, maybe that happens over the next year or so. As far as failures on the car, I let my son, my youngest son, Austin, who's in the car, and I let him drive it like one time. He used the headlights and the headlights broke. This was not his fault. He, I think, thought it was his fault. He felt really bad about it. It had nothing to do with him. They have little gears in there, and those gears finally gave up. They actually like kind of turned to dust. It's kind of crazy. That was the biggest, really mechanically, I think that was the biggest issue I had. The other thing that was an issue was I had a switch failed, so the passenger side window switch failed. I had that sorted. The other thing isn't really a service, but I mentioned, I think, in the other video, and you know, the steering wheel that these come with is like a Firebird Bonneville Pontiac SSEI, just horrible steering wheel in these cars. I mean, it is at least leather wrapped, but I replaced the steering wheel finally with a Momo. I used an eBay hub adapter that was sure to work, that a lot of people in the community had said they used on their cars and worked. Momo Monte Carlo with a Lotus horn button and yellow stitching. I got a couple wheels because I was kind of back and forth, but so the total expenditures there, I mean, are probably, over the course of since I shot the last video, I've probably spent less than $1,000, maybe a little bit more on the car. Tires are actually going to date code out next year, so I'll be probably not this winter, but next winter, replacing the tires. We just cleared 56,000 miles on the car, so not a low mileage car by any stretch. Things that I'll be doing over the winter, I mentioned oil change. I'm gonna get rid of all the brake fluid and the coolant, flush that, renew that. I'm gonna also look at my oil pressure sending unit, which kind of sucks on these S4 and S4S cars. I'm gonna sort that out. It works, but it's kind of intermittent. The cars also have a telltale and really don't ever have issues with oil pressure, so the gauge still responds. It's just kind of laggy. Basically, it's a resistance issue. I still am in love with this exhaust. One of the best mods ever on the car. And I'd say the other thing this winter, just from feeling it right now, probably charge the air. It's been whatever, I guess 6 years, and I've got it on right now just to keep the fog out of the car because it's kind of humid and it's not super cold. So that's kind of the update on the car. The splitter broke. You know, I've really, mechanically these cars are pretty stout. I don't drive it super aggressively, but I'm also not like babying it. So when I drive the car, it is, you know, hitting the rev limiter. It is, you know, all the boost. It is, but I am letting it warm up. As far as that's concerned, I think these cars, I will go on to say that I think the Lotus Esprit is a super reasonable purchase for really for anyone looking for an exotic from this era. I think this is a great one. It certainly has, as I've said before, exceeded my expectation. As far as this versus the V8, I continue to love these last of the 4-cylinder cars a bit more than the V8 cars. You'll see in the next season, we've got another V8 that I'm going to sort of revisit. And we've also got an Evora coming up, and 996 GT3 RS, and some Fiats and some Ferraris and a lot of cool stuff. So I hope you stay with me through the next season, bring some friends, get some new subscribers. I'm pretty much doing the channel full time now, which is a big change. I've added Garage Talk full time, so there's one every week. I've got a couple different projects going on. I wouldn't even call it projects, but I'm taking you along with me on the process of either acquiring and then selling cars. And there's also a rattle inside this door that I'll fix over the winter. So that's the update on the Esprit. Maybe I will think of some other stuff I want to update you on, and then maybe put that over some beautiful footage of the car. But that's it. It's a good car. It's been a good car. It continues to be a good car. I highly recommend it. And you know, now it's fully warmed up, and we'll start to beat on it. In the true authenticity, first of all, here's Austin. Austin shoots most of the footage you see on these videos. But in the true update, as we're driving I'm adjusting the mirrors, that one and this one, and the mirror glass removed itself from the chat. Looks like it's just glued to the adjustment end, and the glue left the chat. So we had some double-sided tape. Is it still hanging? Yeah, it's kind of hanging. We're gonna fix it. It's gonna be great. All right. Well, thanks to AutoZone 4525. And Yael is his name. Cool guy. We now have a major fix. Go ahead and let it go. 3M adhesive to the rescue. So yeah, that's the Lotus update right there. Is old British engineering problem solved. Well, we made it to the Cars and Coffee. Awesome. A little late. Did not make the drive with these beautiful Esprit friends. Steve, right? Yeah. Steve with so it's like 98? Yeah. 98? Yeah, 98 V8 on AWIs, and
this one a V8?
final year. This is the final year V8. My friend Derek. Derek doesn't know that I secretly dreamed to buy this car off of him one day, but but there you go. Three of the best Esprits, and one with a really broken splitter still. But look at those early V8s. If you watch my V8 Esprit video, now's going to be a good time to watch that video. The early V8s had liner failure, and the reason there's a pretty big difference in the value of these versus the later ones is just fear, I think. At this point, most of them have been rectified, but you can really, it's nice to see the differences here with the rear-mounted S4S wing. Interestingly too, the bodies on these cars are no wider. In Europe, they actually had these fender flares. You can see this one does not have it. These actually, there's inside the lip here. So these are just glued on, and there's a little screw that holds, so you actually have less wheel. You can fit the same wheels on all these cars. There's no additional width on the V8 cars. But then for the final year anniversary cars, ended up going with the Elise Exige taillights. They did this whole new piece in fiberglass. Actually a 2B exhaust on these cars, a center exit. Probably the best sounding that the V8 ever sounded was with this. They're not super loud, but they sound really good. OZ Novas here, the AWIs, which have this real nice dish. And you can see, I mean, I love I actually really like this wheel. Cool wheel on the car. But nice to see the differences here in person. You also notice, like, basically these bumpers, all three are the same, but they use different finishers. So this one has a single exhaust, so it's off to the left. This one has the twin, and then the twin exit in the center. So nice to see them all together. Glad I could get there for that. Ended up being like a pretty decent day for November in Ohio.